How do you complete the World Trade Center Health Program responder application? There are 3 steps to apply to the World Trade Center Health Program. Step 1. See if you are eligible. The WTC Health Program serves 4 groups of people affected by the 9/11 attacks: FDNY responders, WTC general responders, WTC survivors, and Pentagon and Shanksville responders. Eligibility criteria for these groups are defined by the James Adroga 9/11 Health and Compensation Act of 2010. You can look on the program website to see if you fit in one of these 4 groups. If you think you are part of one of these groups, then see if you satisfy the activity, location, time period, and hours requirements for your group. Step 2. Review what documentation you will need. You must include supporting documentation that details the activity, location, time period, and hours requirements for your group. Each eligible group has different requirements and types of supporting documentation that can be submitted. Step 3. Complete the application for your group. You can either apply via the program's online system or by downloading a form and submitting it via mail or fax. Let's review completing the General Responder application. Page 1 is name and basic contact information. Page 2 asks where you were and what days and hours in September 2001 you worked or volunteered in a WTC rescue, recovery, debris cleanup, or related services. This should be completed based on your best recollection. Page 3 asks how many hours in October 2001 through July 2002 you worked or volunteered, and asks for required documentation. Documentation may include, but is not limited to, a pay stub, official personnel roster, a written statement signed by an employer under penalty of perjury, site credentials, or similar documentation. Any documentation submitted must show the dates, hours, and locations worked, as well as describe the specific duties performed in response to the 9/11 attacks. If you are unable to submit the required documentation, you must explain how you attempted to obtain this documentation and the reason you are unable to provide it with your application. Page 4 asks questions about whether you have filed for workers' compensation or line-of-duty injury insurance. The WTC Health Program services are provided at no cost to responders. However, this information helps the program plan for coordinating payments with other responsible payers. Lastly, the application asks if you are with a union or other professional association. Page 5 is the last page and requires a signature to complete the application. By signing the application, you are attesting, under penalty of perjury, that you believe you meet the eligibility criteria. Pages 6 through 12 are notices regarding WTC Health Program requirements. Please read through these notices carefully. Your application is now complete. You can submit a paper application in 2 different ways. You can mail it along with your supporting documentation to the WTC Health Program, or you can fax it to the number on your screen. The paper application cannot be submitted by email. If you prefer to submit your application online, along with your supporting documentation and signature page, please visit the website on the screen and fill out the WTC Health Program's online application and signature page. We recommend that you submit your application and supporting documentation at the same time. If you have questions about how to fill out the application, call the WTC Health Program toll-free. The application for Pentagon and Shanksville responders is similar, but has some different questions and different criteria for eligibility. You can find that application on the program's website.